The Battle Royale genre has always had a pretty versatile selection of weapons in each game, and with a wide variety of weapons, you sometimes get ones that end up being massively OP. And I know when there's an OP weapon, I'm gonna be using it until it's nerfed, because, you know, I'm trying to get those easy wins. For real, guys, I need all the help I can get. And so for today's video, we've thrown together the top 5 most overpowered weapons and BRs that we've seen so far. My name is LJ, and welcome to Battle Royale, guys. At number 5, we've got Launch Day Wingman, or Pre-Patch Wingman, whichever one you want to call it. This was one of my favorite weapons in a game ever. Even though it was super powerful and pretty common in Apex, I still loved it. Before it was nerfed, it had a faster fire rate, more damage with the Skull Piercer mod, and a larger magazine size. This was one of those OP weapons that had no real weak points, and if you hit your shots, it was effective at any range. Even close range, its hipfire accuracy is insane, so you could own entire squads with ease. Apex Legends has a wide variety of weapons that are super powerful, and you could still outshoot someone with other weapons if they miss their shots with a wingman, but that's about it. Winning a battle against a pre-patch wingman basically relied on them missing or you were dead. Some people would argue that it was only OP in the right hands, and I do agree with that to some extent, but in the hands of anyone somewhat decent, you could easily 1v3. And in my opinion, any weapon that enables you to easily 1v3, it could be slightly on the overpowered side. And even after the patch, it's still one of the strongest weapons, but I do feel like it's in a much better and more balanced place. At number 4, we've got the H1Z1 Sniper. This one was a toss-up on whether I wanted to put this in the list or not, but just hear me out. Snipers in BR games are hard to balance because a sniper in any FPS should be a one-shot kill in the head, but in a BR, if you're able to one-tap anyone from a long range, it just makes it seem a little too powerful. If I'm being honest here, a sniper should always be that strong, and in the hands of a good player, this could get really annoying. With that being said, the H1Z1 Sniper was OP because the game doesn't really have good movement, and it was pretty easy to predict movement and hit headshots. H1Z1 being one of the more campy BRs I've played kind of made the sniper more powerful because you could easily kill someone that was sitting still from very far away before they even saw you. Now, what kept this weapon somewhat balanced is that it was a rare drop in a supply crate, and so it was really hard to get without being surrounded by every player nearby. But if you got the sniper and then got away with it, you were probably going to win the game. It's not the most OP weapon out there, but the general idea of a one-tap sniper in a BR where you only get one life and no respawning available is what made it so powerful.
Out of here! Clip that shit!
At number 3, we're getting into some Fortnite, and we have the infamous Fortnite drum gun. The drum gun was controversial when it was first introduced into the game and was vaulted shortly after, only to be re-released, and it is still as scary as ever. It does an insane amount of damage per shot and has an extremely fast fire rate. It's gotten so bad that even content creators like Ninja have made videos calling out for an SOS with his concerns over the gun. Here's the clip of him speaking on the topic.
SOS, dude. The drum gun is back, and in less than one game, took one arena game with me in reverse, and there were like 15 people left after like the third circle. Everyone just charging everyone with drum guns, dude. Every single person had it. Dude, SOS, man. I love what Epic did, allowing us to unvault one of the guns in the game. I think it was an incredible idea. I love it a lot. But dude, something needs to happen. Like, the drum gun needs like a rarity buff. Like, it needs to be gold, gold epic. Like, that's it. Cannot be as common as it is with blue and with green. I'm just throwing that out there. All right, it's my 2 cents. I love the gun. It's fun to use, but wow, dude. I mean, me and Reverse just against like one game, just side by side, breaking into 1x1s, man. It's gonna be a very interesting next couple of weeks if this is allowed in the competitive tournament for the World Cup. I don't think it's gonna be allowed tomorrow though, but see, man.
I don't know about you, but if you reach the top 15 players and every one of them has a drum gun, this is a pretty good sign that the gun is OP. Ninja makes a pretty good point on how he thinks it should just be increased in rarity to make sure it isn't overused and abused in the last circle. Either way, I think it's safe to say that this is one of the most OP weapons we've seen in a BR.
It's like every single time I die, I just feel like, yo, nice spray, dude. Like, what the fuck, man? It's so shit. I mean, I love Fortnite and I enjoy playing it, but I definitely think this is the worst meta that's ever existed. It's worse than anything I could have ever imagined. It was worse than the Tommy gun came out the first time.
At number 2, the Season 1 Scar. So to start off, here are the stats for the Season 1 Scar. The purple Scar base damage was 37, and the gold base damage was 39, both with a 2.5 critical shot multiplier. So basically, if you found this gun, you would be beaming everyone, and if they didn't have 100 shields and 100 HP, you'd just be 2-tapping them. So the kill time was incredibly fast, and it was pretty damn accurate at almost every range. A hotfix was patched through very quickly after it was released, but needless to say, this weapon was insanely strong. Even after the patch, the Scar is still considered one of the most powerful weapons in Fortnite, and that's how you know a weapon is OP. If it was insanely strong before a patch and then nerfed and it is still one of the most powerful weapons in the game, it's probably a good indicator that it was slightly overpowered. It has never been changed since then though, so I think it's in a better spot now, but before the patch, you just had to wonder, what were the devs thinking? And finally, slicing its way into number 1 is the Fortnite Infinity Sword. Okay. This one was just stupid, and it made its way to the number 1 spot because, well, it was probably the most overpowered weapon in any multiplayer game we've ever seen. I remember when they first introduced it into the game, and not only was it the most powerful weapon I've seen in any BR, it was also introduced on the day of a big tournament. So we had a completely game-changing weapon added that brought you to 200 shields and to 200 HP. It passively healed you and could take down entire builds with one jump. It increased your movement by allowing you to fly through the air while also doing damage to builds. There is so much to list about this, and although it was fun to play with for a bit, it was also just way too powerful and made plenty of competitive players rage. If I lost a tournament because of this sword, I'd probably break my desk in half. It was kind of one of those weapons that you'd think would have its own game mode or something where you all had one and it was a fight to the death like that. I could see that being kind of fun, but nope, Epic decided to just throw it into the live servers, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure someone won the tournament that weekend with the sword.
How do I dash? How do I dash?
Anyways guys, that's just about it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an upload. Also, let me know in the comments below if you have any stories of these OP weapons we've listed today, or if you have one that you think should have made the list. My name is LJ, and this has been Battle Royale Guides.